Okay, muted everyone. Friday the 13th. Just saying. I'm not saying it means anything. I'm just pointing that out. Do with it, yeah, what you want. So I thought today we'd focus on, this foundational concept of self-directed positive neuroplasticity. That's really, what we're doing here. And I learned so much about this concept from someone called Rick Hanson. He's a psychotherapist and a best-selling author, and yeah, just sort of some quick background. So we are the descendants of these guys here, and the reason they made it is because they were just generally nervous, anxious, irritable, scared. They survived because, to some extent, their nervous systems assumed the worst and reacted to it. So, in a very real way, we are the biological descendants of that DNA, and we are literally programmed to have what's called a negativity bias. And the negativity bias goes something like this. As you peer into this dark spot here in the forest, we of course have no idea what's back there. And so our ancestors had sort of two basic assumptions they could make. The first one was that looks scary, that's dangerous, and I should run. And the second assumption was, it's nothing. There's nothing there. It's just a squirrel or a mouse or something like that, so I can relax. Of course, the price you pay for making a wrong assumption is very different in these two scenarios. If there's actually nothing in the bushes and I assume there's danger and I run, well, no big deal. I just feel maybe a little bit sheepish and embarrassed around my friends, but I live to see another day. If there is something dangerous there and I assume it's not dangerous and I just relax, well, chances are really good I won't survive it. And, my genetic lineage ends right there. And so going back again, we are literally the descendants of the nervous apes because the chilled and relaxed ones, frankly, just didn't make it. And so it predisposes us to, you know, constantly feel this background hum of anxiety and assuming that something bad is lurking around the corner, to be suspicious about other people's motives and what they're doing and so on. And so of course neuroplastically, the more we reinforce that, the better those anxious nervous systems get, and then many of us end up in this either with anxiety or this even just the sense of hopelessness that, gosh, the world is a dangerous place and there's nothing good out there, and that can lead to depression or OCD or other issues. So the way to counteract that is to remember that we are what we repeatedly do. So today I'd like to stimulate this sense of positivity and actually intentionally train our attention and our brain to have a positive subjective experience, and just to remind our nervous system that there are positive things, there are beneficial things out there, and we can actually intentionally use our memory and our ability to focus on positive memories to elicit this subjective experience. And of course, when we experience positivity subjectively, it really is the result of our brain activating all of those networks involved in that positive experience. So hence the term self-directed, meaning we're choosing it, positive as opposed to negative or fearful, neuroplasticity, right? So we're changing the structure and function of our brain in that direction. So I hope that sort of summarizes it. And there's a specific technique here that we're going to use that Rick Hanson is. So let me walk you through it for the next few minutes. So let's start, as always, just by grounding, arriving, being present, closing your eyes or softening the gaze. Let's start by taking 5 long breaths together just to ground ourselves. So deep inhale through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth, and hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, two, one. Let's do that again through the nose. Long, slow exhale. Relaxing your shoulders and your belly. And then hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do a third breath in. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Essentially pushing out all the air, emptying yourself. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do number 4. Exhale. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just relax. Letting the body breathe on its own. And notice how even just 5 breaths, it changes our body chemistry, our neurochemistry, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, allowing us just to relax. And let's start taking in some good. So maybe start with noticing and appreciating the weather today. One of the beautiful things about living here in Northern California is this time of year. Sun is out, the air feels pretty clear. And see if you can really soak that up, really savor the sensation of the weather right now. And by savoring, I mean moving out of just a conceptual understanding of it and into a more visceral, embodied experience of appreciation, positivity. Just keep focusing your attention on the experience of positivity. Notice where in your body you feel it. And now, using our memory, let's shift to another positive experience, another sensory experience. So think of one of your favorite meals that you've recently had, or a really good meal that you recently enjoyed. And see if you can use your memory to drop back into that place and time. Notice the smell, notice the way it looked. Imagine yourself taking the first bite and the taste, temperature. flavors. And if it's food that required chewing, noticing the texture and eventually swallowing, ingesting, and just pausing there for a second and taking in that whole process from first seeing, smelling, all the way through to ingesting. Now thinking of a friend, another human being, where you feel safe, you feel seen. Think back to a recent interaction with them. You can picture them in your mind. Really feel into what's it like to be with them in their presence, feeling their energy, appreciating the positivity, noticing where in your body do you feel this positivity and this gratitude for this person in your life. Again, savoring it. And while you're savoring this memory and this experience, also see if you can remember the sensation of breath, coming and going. Let's take a couple intentional breaths together. So deep inhale through the nose, slow, long exhale through the mouth. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, through the mouth. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just body breathe on its own. Open your eyes, coming back to the session. Quick reminder, this is free. It costs nothing. There's no harm in trying to do this 10 times a day if you want. It can take just a few minutes. You can take in the good in stealth mode, if you're sitting at a doctor's office or wherever you might find yourself. So don't forget that you have this in your back pocket. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Oli. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.